Okay, so repeating, doubling back to lesson two. This is lesson two again, round two of lesson two, talking about time frames, trends, and I'm gonna use today as an example and just um, give this lesson through today. So, first thing I'm gonna do if we're doing top down analysis, you want to start your morning with. I'm gonna push this right to about 8:30. So we have it's a 30-minute chart, and let's go like right around there. 7:30, 8 o'clock, right about there, 8 o'clock, assuming you're on at 8 in the morning. So usually what I'm going to do is if I'm day trading using 1 minute charts and 5 minute charts, my 30 is going to be my higher time frame. A quick review of that looks something like this. Let's see if this pastes without much of an issue. Cool. You may remember this from the first time we did this lesson. You have your lower time frame, your intermediate time frame, your higher time frame. So if you're using those 1 minutes to try and find trades, or you're day trading 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute. So 30 minutes is going to be my higher time frame. I want to get an idea of where I am in relation to what the 30-minute chart is doing. So as a note, this is Friday right here. Okay, this is Friday, and this is Monday. And we are 8 a.m. right around here, assuming we are 8 a.m. Okay. Woke up, you're doing your pre-market analysis. So you take a look at this chart. This right here, this 50 moving average, forget about why 50 and why not 100, why not 200, why not 9 or 7 or something else. I use the 50 moving average based on lessons taught to me. And I'm looking for a swing through that 50 moving average to give me a reference point. So this is a swing through here. Okay. Yes, it came up, came back over here, and then came down. This is a swing clear through to give me a range. Now, if I was looking at this on, let's see, on Friday morning, I would have used this as my swing. I'm going to use this move through here. Okay. So what I'm looking for when I'm, let's say, going to qualify a swing, I want when it moves through, I want there to be some space around this moving average. So from here to here, I didn't really have any space. So that's what I'm using as a reference point. Okay. We come through, not counting this right here. We come through here. Yeah, we have some space over here, but we didn't swing through up to the upside here. So I'm just making this my downswing. Cool. So now I know that two things. One, that looking at this, my 30-minute is an uptrend, right? Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So 30 minutes in an uptrend. Okay. Pulled back on Friday, pulled back in the overnight, Sunday night into Monday morning. So we're here now at 8 a.m. If this is all I can see, next thing I'm gonna do is go to my 5-minute chart. And price, by the way, is somewhere in the middle at 8 a.m. It's almost in the middle of this swing. So first thing first, if you're in the middle of this higher time frame, you want to be taking trades in the direction of your trend, right? So move to your 5-minute chart real quick, and your 5-minute chart at 8 a.m. is going to look like that. Okay, your 5-minute chart at 8 a.m. What's going on in your 5-minute chart at 8 a.m.? Well, your downtrend, right? Lower high, lower low. But as you come in here at 8 a.m., what you're going to start to see is that, and this was London over here. So London opened, and at 8 a.m., what you're going to see is you got a higher low and a higher high. Okay, so you're going to want to start marking some levels. Here's a 5-minute level I already have marked. Is this right here a level? This drop base rally? It is a drop base rally. So yeah, you could also mark that. You want to mark the whole thing? You can mark the whole thing. Actually, I'll do this. I'll just copy this. Okay. So I have this rally base rally marked on the 5-minute. Here's a drop base rally on a 5-minute. You do see a drop base rally right here that price did break through. Okay. Just for reference, it's this right here. If this is 8 a.m. so far, you do see this. So so your trend is up. 1 minute, your trend is up. So what are you looking for? You're looking for 5-minute, your trend is up. So now you're looking for, where are we? 8 a.m. again, because we're under the assumption that it's 8 a.m. when we get on our charts. You're looking for 5-minute or 1-minute levels to get long on. There's 8 a.m. Come over here. What do you got? You have Mhm. You do have a rally-based rally right here, but it's close to current price, right? So that may not be one you want to mess with. And you do have here drop base rally, rally base rally right here. Don't love this. The only thing I'm really seeing maybe of some relevance is those overlapping wicks in the 1 minute right there. Now I can also go back over here for 1 minute. And what do I see? Here's a 1 minute rally base rally. That price already hit and went up. Okay, so this is just a really tight rally base rally right here. You know, down here. I mean, I don't want a 1 minute level that's below my 5 minute level. Not really. Okay. Not ideal. So I'm actually just I'm gonna stick to these 5 minute levels for now. I mean, I can mark this. Put this right here. I can mark this 1 minute. 1 minute rally base rally right there, but that's not really someplace I'm looking to take a trade because it's below my 5 minute levels. Okay. So as we move through 8 o'clock, what do we see? We know we're in an uptrend. Price comes through. That's the level I said. There's kind of a rally base. There's a rally base rally here, but too close to current price, so that gets taken out. Okay. All right. So price comes down toward your 5 minute and your 1 minute levels, and you don't get an opportunity. It starts moving without you. So now, mind you, the market hasn't opened yet. It's only 8:50. So if you're trading pre-market, these are still things you want to take into consideration. Do I want to be long? I want to be long 1 minute and 5 minute levels. Now, at this point here, where was it? This was 8 o'clock right here. Now you got to keep in mind here that this was our high at 8 a.m. Okay. And now we got a new high at 8 a.m. Okay. So on a 5 minute, does that look like a higher low and a higher high? So in a 5 minute, what you're going to see is, yes, so you got another higher low and a higher high. So your 5 minute uptrend is still intact. So those 1 minute levels we're talking about, we're looking for 1 minute levels to get long off of. Here's a 1 minute rally base rally. Here was 9:30 open right here, and price came in, grabbed your 1 minute level, and now it depends on where your stop was. If your stop was too tight, you might have got knocked out. But if your stop wasn't too tight, I mean, the level here, the way I have it marked 47.25 is the low. So if you were a point below that, it was no issue because price only went a tick below that low anyway. So you could add a limit order in here. If you were in at 50, you were in at 50 and you were going for 10 points, you did not get stopped out because the low was 47.25. Sorry, I say you did not get stopped out. If you had a 3-point stop and you were going for 3 to 1, you didn't get stopped out. You made target. Because if you were in right there at the proximal line, if you don't know what a proximal and a distal line is, these are things you need to know. So you know what? Let me note them real quick for you. Proximal and distal. Again, this is basic stuff, right? Your proximal and your distal lines of the zone. This is your proximal line of this zone. Okay. This is your distal line of this zone. It are lines that wrap the zone, okay? Proximal and distal. Now, if this were a supply zone, these would be flipped. If this was a supply zone, okay? Proximal, how do you know which is which? Proximal, proximity, Latin. Proximity, think of it like in your proximity, what's near you. That's your proximal line. That's the line nearest to current price. So if current price is up here, proximal line is here. Distal, being the distant one, is the further line away. So that's why in a supply zone situation, that's why these things are flipped, right? So if this is my supply zone right here, then this is my proximal and this is my distal. Okay. That's super basic stuff. When you hear people say that though, that's what they're referring to. All right. So, all right, you got that. So you were looking for 1 minute Market opens, hits your 1 minute level. This is your 5 minute trend line, right? This yellow line moving up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So you're grabbing a 1 minute level inside of that is somewhere above this controlling swing low on the 5 minute chart. And if you're taking a 3-to-1, you got a target right there at 57 because you were in at 47. What do we say? That was 50. That was 50 was the proximal. So you made it to 60 or 59 if you were taking a 3-to-1 on a 3 points of risk. Okay. Price came down again. May have stopped you out, may not. Depends on how tight your stop was and what you were going for. And price kept going. What are you looking for on a target? You're looking for two things on a target. You're either looking for, because you're in a 5-minute uptrend, so you're either looking for a 5-minute level that you're potentially going to run into as a target. You're either looking for 3-to-1, you're looking for a 5-minute level. Yeah, what are you looking for on a target? Target, if you're trading, and I'm typing on the right side of the screen right now if you don't see. Target, if you're trading the 1, 5, 30 minute, let's say those are the time frames you're using, then your target is going to be a couple things. Could be 3-to-1, could be the next 5-minute zone, or it could be the next 30-minute zone, because this is your higher time frame. And if in your intermediate time frame, you're in an uptrend, then you're trying to ride that trend. So, what we didn't do is we didn't mark any 30-minute zones for the morning. Okay. So your 30-minute zone, you could choose this rally-based drop right here. It's in the overnight. I'm referring to this right here. And really, we should actually, for the sake of, what's it called? I color code my zones. So my higher time frame zones are going to be in blue. You can make them pink if you want, doesn't matter. Two things to note here. So for exercise purposes, we're going to use this because this is a rally-based drop. Forget about what time it is. It is in the overnight, but this is a leg in or an extended range candle, right? Because actually, sorry, not extended range candle, but a leg into your zone, because the body of this zone is more, we're going to go with 75% or more. So this is your move into the zone. Here's a basing candle. Here's a move out of the zone. Big candle, move out of the zone. Okay, so we're going to call this a 30-minute rally-based drop for the sake of this exercise. Now, okay, so you would have marked that on your 8 a.m. analysis, and your next 30-minute chart would have been, sorry, next 30-minute level. You don't really have a 30-minute level there. There's nothing there that I would mark as a 30-minute level. What I do have marked in this red area is higher time frame supply. This is a daily level that we've already been up to and hit, right? So another reference point, something higher while I'm moving inside of this 5-minute trend to the upside. So, but we're going to use the 30 for now because we're trading 1-5-30, right? So there you go. There's your 30-minute level. So you could target, you got in long, you got in here, you could target the next 5-minute level. The next 5-minute level is here, which I have in yellow. That's why I know it's 5-minute level. So 69. Or I can shoot for the 30, which is right there at 73. Or that dotted line is a gap that's inside of both of those levels that I suspect is going to fill for other reasons. So there's your choices, all right? Either just take a 3-to-1, take your 3-to-1 and run, take it to the next 5-minute level, or take it to the next 30-minute level. If you're just going for 3-to-1 and you're looking at this, trying to figure out, or you're looking at this and you want to decide if you're going to actually take this zone, then you want to ask yourself, all right, well, if I'm on my 5-minute chart and I'm getting long in here, is there room to the upside for me to get to 3-to-1? And the way you figure that out is, well, are there any 5-minute levels stopping me from here to here? And the answer is no. There's no 5-minute levels. So you have a high probability chance of getting your 10 points if you hit into here. So there you hit into there. Now we saw this on a 1-minute chart. That's why it looks different right now. But from here to here, you have a high probability of getting 10 points because there are no 5-minute levels to knock you back down. And there's definitely no 30-minute levels, 30-minute levels up here. So you can get in here at 50 and take it to 59, take it to 69, get out just before where you have your level marked, or get out just before that 30-minute level at 73. Now, clearly those second two options are more than 3-to-1, because this 3-to-1 from this 5-minute level from 50 to, we'll call it 69 to get out just before the traffic, just before the level starts. 69 is 19 points. Right, 19 points divided by 3. Hello, calculator. 19 divided by 3. Yeah. Try that again. 19.3 is a 6.3 to 1. Okay. What if you were taking it up to that 30-minute level, 73? 23 points. I mean, that's like an 8 to 1. Because you're risking 3 points, right? It's the 7.5 to 1 if you were to take it all the way up to here. So you want to know, but if you just want to know, can you get a 3 to 1? Do I have a 5-minute level in the way? No. All right. Well, I know I can get at least 3 to 1. So you could also get in for 2 contracts. You can take one off here and take one off up there. Now that changes the math of, what's considered a 3 to 1, because if you take one contract off at 10 points, but then you get stopped out on the second contract, then you have achieved a more like a 2 to 1. I'm not going to get too much into that math right now. So there you go. There's a pretty clean explanation and an idea of, looking at your trend. Now let's look at your 1-minute trend for a moment here, because this will. So at 8 a.m., you actually you do have a 1-minute, you have a kind of a momentary 1-minute downtrend here, right? You use a blue line. Okay, so here's your 1-minute. Price came up. Now, again, you can use this swing right here. Not really a swing in the context of what I said before, right? I want to see some space in here as I'm crossing that 50 moving average. So we'll go with this. And I'm going to count this as a swing. So price comes down, 8 a.m. doing my analysis. I know my 5 minutes in an uptrend, but what's my 1-minute doing? Well, my 1-minute, lower high, lower low. So my 1-minute is temporarily in a downtrend. Okay. But that doesn't mean you can't get long, because price needs to be in a downtrend on any time frame to get to, sorry about that. Price needs to be moving down to get to your price level in a 5-minute. If you're looking to get long down here in this 5-minute. Now we were looking to get long in this 5-minute, right? But price didn't come down here. But what did happen with the 1-minute? Well, now your 1-minute started moving back into an uptrend. Higher low, right here. Higher high. So that's good news. Your 1-minute's back in a downtrend. Back in an uptrend. Okay. So if your 1-minute is back in an uptrend, you can even more comfortably grab this 1-minute level right here. He swings up, comes down. Now we came here and here. I am ignoring this move right here, because I did give you guys the parameter that price needs to swing through this 50. That's not, again, it's something I'm using just to clarify the swing. It's not something you need to use. It's not something I actually, for the moment, I'm sorry. You can use it, but it is true. You're not wrong if you say that this is a swing high and this is a swing into a lower low, lower high, lower low. So that's true. Yeah, that's not a false statement. But you also need to keep in mind this yellow line here, right? Because what this is on this bigger and higher time frames are always going to be take more precedence. We've broken through this congestion here. Also to note, if you're reading a chart, price came up, couldn't get through. Okay. Came up again, couldn't get through. Came up again, couldn't get through. Well, then it comes over here and it breaks through this time, and it did that from here, right? This was the area that allowed us to break through this congestion here. So this is the origin of the move that took out all of this noise, all of this congestion here. So price comes back into here. It's not a surprise that it hit here and went a little higher. So, but there also is a good level right here. So it's, not to be ignored. Okay. So your temporary downtrend on the 1 minute has ceased and desisted, and the 1 minute is back into an uptrend, and your 5 minutes is an uptrend. So grabbing that 1 minute level to get long is a high probability move. Okay. If it had broken through here and came into here, would I be concerned that this looks like let's say a downtrend, or a temporary downtrend anyway on a 1 minute, right? Like if price came up here. So price did this and did this and came down into here, that would be a lower high and a lower low on a 1 minute, especially after this happening right here. Would I be concerned? No, actually, I'm okay with that intermittent 1 minute downtrend into a 5 minute level so that I can go higher, because we haven't hit my 30 minute level yet. So I'm not even worried about that. All right. So but really what we're using, if we're going 1.530, really the only thing we want to know about the 5 is, are we in an uptrend when we're trying to get into a trade off of a 1 minute level? Now you can go over here and you can, move everything. You can go 5, 15, 60, in which case you're only taking trades off of 5 minute levels and using a 15 minute time frame for your trend. It doesn't matter. And you can then do the same thing, go 15, 60 and daily, in which case you're using your daily for your bigger picture. You're going to use your 60 minute for the trend, and you're only going to take trades off of 15 minute levels. You can do that, but you will be increasing your risk. You don't have to, but you're going to have to add another element in to figure out how to break down into even smaller timeframes and get long off those smaller timeframes, and then try and hold on for those bigger rides. So another conversation. So price went up here. All right. If we flip it back over to a 5 and see how things ended up playing out, came down here, came here, and still again on a 5 minute, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, came up, filled that gap. Filled the gap, went through this, 30 minute level, and also took out, let's see, that was the overnight high there. Okay. So getting a push back from the overnight high is not unusual. The other thing price will have a tendency to do after it gets out of that overnight high and comes back in, it likes to look for a fresh 5 minute level to get long off of. So that is a fresh 5 minute level there, that rally base rally, but I'm not overly convinced about it that's somewhere I would want to be long at this point. Yes, it could hold. I think it's less likely, because you're coming down. If you take out this low and you take out this low, you're now taking out those, you're taking out 2 lows there. To come down into here, I think it's more likely to go through. But I would take a crack at being long further down in here. So I'd be cool with that. And then it's going to look very jumbled because it has all our smaller time frame stuff on here. On a 30 minute, yeah, on a 30 minute here, it's not a fantastic basing area, but there is what looks like a rally base rally here. So I think you'd at least see a bounce somewhere down here. That's around 28 something. So you have a 5 minute level and a 1 minute level down here in what we're saying is a rally base rally. Okay. Now it's not super important right now whether we think this is a quality level, right? Because we're talking about basics. What is the shape? Rally, base, rally. Okay. This isn't a lesson about how qualified is this level. Cool. All right. That is your, a little bit of information on trend. Time frames were taken into account there. 1, 5, and 30. How to determine your trend, higher low, higher high. You know, we've been through this before. Let's go some random place on the chart. Random place on the chart. We'll go to 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, no, this was the other day when there was news. So let's skip that because the news will actually, we don't need to skip the news. I will just go somewhere else. Okay. Here's price 1 minute moving up, moving up, moving up. Although we are talking about using 5 minute for trend. So let's go here. And here's 8 in the morning. Right there. Great. 8 in the morning, whatever day this is, March 9th. Your 5 minute is in a downtrend. Okay. Lower high, lower low. And if you broke it down, and that's just looking at these swings here. Okay. That's just looking at these swings that are going through the 50. Again, you do not need to use this 50 moving average. You could be looking at this. Right. Clearly, this is a move down. Here's a move up. Here's a move down. So that's a 5 minute and downtrend. Okay. If you continue along that, what are you going to get? Well, your 5 minute still not in an uptrend at 8 in the morning when you decide to come and get on the charts and trade. See what else does. Okay. I don't know if that was news. What was that? 8:40? Yeah, that had to be news, or likely was news. I think that was jobs report or something. Okay. So you probably weren't trading yet anyway. Right. But what you have now is now by the time you get to the open, you're 5 minutes in an uptrend. So if you're 5 minutes in an uptrend, you could start looking for 5 or 30 minute, 1 minute levels to get long off of. Now, mind you, we don't know what's going on up here. As you can see, price actually came down and took all this out. This may have been higher time frame supply here. So let's check real quick. There, the 9th, the 30th. Yeah, the structure isn't great here, but I can see why it would have pushed back. And actually, if you go into here, you might even see more concisely, you might even see a 5 minute level within that area. 15th. So here's the area where price got jammed up. And the one thing you can see on a 5 is this base drop right here. So it's this here. There's a base drop. Okay. Price came up on this day and hit it and came in. And then, when that news came, it came back to that area because that line right there is where it hits on a day or two after, right there. So that's just a case of that level holding again. And if you're watching on multiple time frames, what you'll see is you'll likely see that change in trend on a 1 minute. What was it? We still got a few more days back to go. And a few more days right there. That's the 9th. Yes, that's the 9th. So what do you see here? You're actually going to see it came into that area. Okay, we were moving up. You got here. Lower high on the 1 minute. Lower low. Once you get past here, you're in a lower low. So at this point, I'm going to take a shot at, I don't know what this did, but it wouldn't be crazy for this area to hold right here and price to come back to there and go lower. Okay, got in there. There's another level here. Come on. Now, if you're taking it wick to wick, you get the whole thing. And that sent it, I don't know if it sent it all the way down. No, it sent it pretty far down, but it sent it far enough down for you to get a 3 to 1. Let's put it that way. Okay. If you were in on this proximal line, 48.50, you easily got the 38.50 or 39.50. All right, I'm going to wrap that up. Let's see, wait real quick. Trend. We did that fractals. this, I mean, a lot of this just by the nature of flipping in and out of the time frames is also a lesson in fractals right here. So if you got any questions, shoot me an email, let me know. If you have my number, you can text me or call me. All right, you guys have a good day.